alarm sounds, please leave via the nearest fire exits and reassemble in the car park. So I've just read out the notices that we read at every meeting. Reporting on meetings. In accordance with Standing Orders 3, a person who attends a meeting is permitted to report on the meeting whilst the meeting is open to the public. To report means to film, photograph, make an audio recording, use any other means for enabling persons not present to see or hear the meeting as it takes place. Council does not permit a person present at a meeting to provide an oral report or oral commentary about a meeting as it takes place without permission. Public participation. There are 2 agenda items set aside. Public representation. In accordance with Standing Orders 3, members of the public may make representations, answer questions and give evidence at a meeting in respect of the business on the agenda. The period of time designated is at the Chairman's discretion and shall not exceed 15 minutes, unless directed by the Chairman. A member of the public shall speak only once and shall not speak for more than 3 minutes unless permitted to do so by the Chairman. Public questions, of which written notice has been given. In accordance with Standing Orders 3, a question shall not require a response at the meeting, nor start a debate on the question. The Chairman may direct that a written or oral response be given. Where the Town Clerk is able to, a written response has been prepared and can be read out at the meeting. The response will only relate to those parts of the question that require input from the Town Clerk due to the factual nature. Item 2, apologies for absence. Councillor Rowe.
Not an apology for absence, I just wanted to get into it quick for me. There's a few procedural matters that I'd like to raise which will have effect on the course of the meeting, or could have. So if you would move me to do that now, then obviously they can be taken into account during the course of the meeting. They're to do with procedure, not content, if you see what I mean.
Councillor Rowe, yes, please go ahead.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Is it on? Is it on? Is it on now?
Yes.
Before we get to the meeting proper, there's 4 things that I want to raise as procedural. I see at the end of the agenda you're limiting the timing of this meeting to 2 hours. What I would like to know is, and please don't get me wrong, I don't advocate going longer than 2 hours. Where is the authority for this? Standing Order 310 states a meeting shall not exceed a period of 3 hours unless a motion is passed to suspend the standing order. This standing order speaks in terms of exceedance. There is no reference to curtailing the 3 hours. Given the serious nature of this agenda, with various motions and a budget of course, I don't think that potentially 3 hours may be required. Good if it can be done quicker, but in current circumstances I tend to think that it will be to the detriment of proper debate and could leave some items undiscussed and undetermined. If that's the case, I just put you on fair warning that the 3 independent members will call for a reconvention of the meeting within 1 week to discuss them. I propose therefore that the meeting be allowed to take its natural course of 3 hours if it's necessary. That's the first one. The second point is I would like to put forward a motion under Standing Order 11.7 to change the order of business. I have put forward at this meeting 3 motions, currently at item 13, right at the end of the agenda. I consider these to be important matters which have a bearing on the budget and on the conduct of the meeting. So my motion is to move these items to be considered after item 7 so that decisions in relation to them can be taken into account in later matters. This motion is seconded by Councillors Hart and Bowry. My third point is, I know that there are some residents here who have expended a considerable amount of their time on preparing for this meeting with questions regarding the budget and other issues. I would therefore move one of 2 options. Either Standing Order 3F is suspended to allow for a public question time of 30 minutes, or until all questions are exhausted, whichever is the earlier, or as item 5 should proceed as on the agenda, but at the budget item, you use your chairman's discretion under Standing Order 3F to allow a further period of public representation specifically related to the budget. This motion is seconded by Councillors Bowery and Hart. And my final point is, I've noticed at recent meetings that you've been suspending the meeting to enable public questions to take part. I would like you to explain why we are suddenly suspending the meeting for the public participation. Standing Order 3E states that members of the public may make representations, answer questions and give evidence at a meeting which they are entitled to attend in respect of the business on the agenda. There is no mention of the need to suspend the meeting for this. The words "at a meeting" are clear. This first came on the agendas of 12 December of F&G and C&C. I hope this is not a way of getting round recording questions and non-answers. If so, it's an affront to the residents who have quite rightly come here to ask their questions. And I know that you espouse NALP and EALC, and I would point out that the NALP legal topic note on parish meetings and town council meetings, paragraph 45, says that where a council permits the public to participate at a meeting, this session is included as an item in the agenda, which obviously it is, forms part of the council meeting in law, and is documented in the minutes of the meeting. So on that basis, I hope we will not be suspending this council meeting to allow participation by the public. They should be part of the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Rowe. To answer the first question, whilst 2 hours have been stated, obviously we can go on and use the full 3 hours if that's necessary.
Thank you.
So, item 2, you asked for a change to the order of business, which you are proposing, and can I just have confirmation that Councillors Bowery and Hart are seconding that?
Yeah.
Thank you. So we have a proposal from Councillor Rowley to move item 13, A, B and C. Is that correct, Councillor Rowley?
Yeah.
To the beginning of the meeting. After 7. So after item 7. All those in favour of the motion? All those against? Yes. So Councillor, in answer to 3F will proceed with the usual 15 minutes of participation and see how that goes, based on the number of representations we have before us.
That's fine. If I can just come back on that, what I was proposing, which actually is a better option, I think, is that you take the non-budget questions in the 15 minutes and then allow a further 15 minutes at the time of the budget.
I think we'll stick to the agenda as it stands, and obviously, if there's further questions, then obviously we can.
Well, I hope you will use your discretion to extend the period then, so that those questions can be heard and answered.
And then finally, standing order 3.
Well, we can limit it without suspending the meeting. Just include it, but it is included in the minutes.
Yes, just confirm with the local town clerk and who will minute those questions.
It was the minute is important, obviously, for the members of the public to know that their questions see the light of day. The main point was, I didn't understand why we were suspending meetings. So can I take it from what you just said, that in the future we will not be suspending any of our meetings to take public questions? Sorry, to take, yeah. Well, that's not what the now guide is
that's fine, so we'll suspend it. That's fine.
Sorry?
We will not be suspending the meeting.
Thank you.
So, yes, item 4, the minutes of the meeting held on the 29th of November. Oh, sorry. Apologies for absence. To Councillor Rosemary Oscott and to Councillor Sandra McCurdy.
We're really struggling to hear again, sorry.
And Councillor Carty as well. Apologies for Councillor Carty as well. Item 3, declarations of interest.